Chicken say,
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to serve the search of vigilante-side justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Simon.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Monrovia. We want peace in
What happened? Mama, you still do
No, let's still step on it. Hey, you step on what I will pass. I go see what
Share my we are only down face.
For what's a plan?
What tablet man, piece, what tablet, piece. No, stop it. You can't do that. Are you a boy human being? Let me know that Rosafi. Let me know that Rosafi. You tell human being you're a boy human being. Let's stop the kind of thing. If we catch criminal or somebody commit crime in our community or whatsoever, take that to the law or carry that to the nearby police station and report that to the police. Let the police themselves investigate and find out whether he right or wrong. Yesterday I was coming from Keba. A brother walk on truck. I said, no, they said the truck hit the motorball ball. All the motorball men plus the keke men get and they say the one point the driver in the truck. They're wrong. Let's stop more violence. Maybe the accuser or somebody that you feel they are criminal, they may not be criminal. But when you take that to the police station, based upon the police who investigation, they will tell you that they may they are criminal or not. Please, my people.
Who are you?
You policeman.
Why you moppy?
Yeah, come here. Yes, you're all right. As I was saying, yeah, let's stop that kind of thing. Take it to the law. You not get one right under the law. Nobody right until the law can say you are right or wrong. Please, I beg you, my people.
Who say you?
If I say who tell you,
So say who?
so say oh man, same Zion. The man who care crime stopper. He don't want say I'm gonna tell you. Nobody will take the law in a hand. Don't say they say in the mama say oh man, same Zion say don't take the law in your hand. You have to come away. It was you who will be the first now to come standing there.
Yeah, not true. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, do. Hey, all it down there. Oh, man, sometimes look at that Jesus for you.
Are you in search of a place you can get quality petroleum products? Well, I got news for you. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated is the company to meet all your petroleum needs. We are one of Liberia's leading importers and distributor of petroleum products on the Liberian market. We are fully capacitated to deliver your petroleum and diesel products anywhere in Liberia. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated, we do rental of dump trucks, tanker trucks, heavy equipment, D8, front loader, excavator. Our clearing and forwarding agency is fast, reliable, and can deliver your goods on time. Mayoba and Sons have improved the quality of reconstituted distributions and importation by financial institutions empowerment. Our head offices are located at the Garnersville Town Hall Junction on Barnesville Road and Freeport Sigma Compound on the Bourgeois Island. For more information, call us on cell numbers 0886 512 379, 0777 512 379, or 0777 255 5030 or email us Mayoba MAYOUBAHS @yahoo.com or visit our website www.mayobaliberia.com. Our mission is to keep petroleum on the Liberian market stable, effective, and efficient. Our vision is that our presence be felt in the 15 counties with outstanding commitment. Mayoba and Sons, Liberia's pride.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smartwood Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple, Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
He said that when you want some more, I provide it. So start the talk. Come on, somebody.
Good morning to the peace-loving people of Liberia. Welcome to this brand new presentation of the program from the Print News, this 30th day of September, and the year is 2024. Good morning to you. My name is Wendell Nimne, and I'm here with Esther Daku. Esther will soon join us, and we'll take you up to 12:30 this afternoon, bringing you trending stories from the print media. In our studio this morning, we have 2 local dailies, the Front Page Africa newspaper and the Inquirer newspaper. So let's begin with the Front Page Africa newspaper. But firstly, we'd like to recognize our sponsors, Crime Stoppers Liberia, Exeter's Best Price Store, and Mayoba and Sons Incorporated. They are the major sponsors of the program from the Print News on Freedom FM 9. We're just being joined by Aliyu Masaleh. Aliyu, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Nimle. Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking. How are you too, my brother?
I'm fine. How Mama Liberia?
Oh, man, we want to bet at least we woke up this morning, so that's it. We inside. Liberia is here.
That's good. Thank God. Good morning to everyone, Mama Liberia, to all Liberians in and around the world. This is Aliyu Masaleh from Maryland, USA. Nice to be here again. The second day and first working day of the week. Yes.
I know. All right, so that's it. The voice of Aliyu Masaleh. Aliyu, you have to edit your name and get the bombing picking from there and put Aliyu Masaleh. Today, not Friday, or not throwback. All right. So, folks, let's now begin with the reading of the dailies. We bring you top stories from the Front Page Africa newspaper. The next 50. Speaker Fonati Kofa rallies diaspora Liberians to take lead in strengthening Liberia's economy. And another story says they will pay. Chalo Musu finally laid to rest amidst calls to find killers. And lastly, for top stories, mass management and potential fraud.
Land Authority Chairman Monuba accused of unilateral leasing 40 acres of Hotel Africa land to be a factory owner Oninyama. This is a very, very serious story. All right. Let's take few lines from there. All right. Let me get to that story. Let me get to it. Okay, I'm trying to make my way to that story. It's very interesting okay, I'm already there. So let's get to it. It says here, the writing is not too clear, but let me take it from here. It says Front Page Africa investigation has established serious lapses in financial management and procurement irregularities and potential misappropriation of public funds resulting from sale of lease for government land or public land at the Liberia Land Authority between 2021 and 2023. The investigation uncovers glaring violations of Liberia's Public Procurement and Concessions Act and public financial management laws, raising concerns about how public resources are being handled within the LLA. One of the most alarming issues is the leasing of 40 acres of a highly restricted and historical Hotel Africa Conference Center in Virginia, Monserrate County for 90 years to Seaview Golf Course. The investigation established no evidence of the bidding process initiated for the leasing of the government land to Seaview Golf Course. The development grant deed issued to Seaview Golf Course was authorized by just one signatory, Anthony Adams Monuba, Chairman, Liberia Land Authority, which violates the land right regulations, particularly Article 55B, which states the sale and long-term lease of government land or public land shall be through a public competitive bidding process by the relevant government agency authorized to manage government land or public land and in accordance with the public procurement law or any successor legislation. Article 55 also says before the sale or lease of government or public land is final, the sale must be reviewed by the government entity responsible for coordinating the management of government and public land. In an interview with Chairman Monuba, he confirmed that he leased the government property to Seaview Golf Course for 90 years. What else Liberia wants? Not development, Monuba said during an interview with Front Page Africa. Asked if the government received any payment from Oninyama, Monuba, he replied in the negative. The government did not receive any payment from Oninyama because he leased it for development purposes. According to Monuba, the only thing by him was to issue a development grant deed to guarantee the lease agreement. This paper was reliably informed that Seaview Golf Course paid US $150,000 for the lease arrangement, a claim Monuba denied. Go and look at the deed. If any payment is made, will be reflected on it, he added. And so that's the story there. Mismanagement and potential fraud. Land Authority Chairman Monuba accused of unilaterally leasing 40 acres of Hotel Africa land to be a factory owner, Oninyama. All right, so that's a story, very important story there on the front page of the Front Page Africa newspaper. And we move on with more stories. Crisis in rural education continues to end children's dream, the learning gap. Most of my students After graduation, engaged in coal burning, sugarcane farming, or motorbike riding. That is their livelihood right after graduation because their parents do not have the means of sending them to Monrovia. Jerome Pedersen, principal, Atherton Public School. Okay, so this is another interesting story, and I'm going to take a few lines from there. Let me just quickly get to page 5 for that story. All right, let's see on page 5. All right, I'm trying to get to page 5. Yes. In many rural communities of Liberia, where crops grow endlessly under the scorching sun, dreams often wither before they can bloom. In 2021, Nancy Howard graduated from Atherton Public School with hopes of one day becoming a professional journalist and lifting her family from the grip of poverty. But Nancy's dream ended early. When she completed the ninth grade, there was no school nearby where she could complete high school. Her subsistence farming family had no money to send her to a private school far away. Like children all over rural Liberia, Nancy abandoned her plans and joined her family in farming. Now, at 25, she is a mother of 3, laboring alongside her aging parents on the very sugarcane farm that she had hoped to leave behind. The cane farm work is very hard, says Nancy sadly as she sits on wooden bench on her farm after a long day's work. Her 3 young children lie around, but soon they too will be forced to join her. My mother has been doing this since she was young. And now she is getting old. I plan to finish school to help my people escape this suffering. Nancy's story is all too common in Liberia's rural areas where education is scarce and jobs are even more scarce. For many, reaching high school is an unattainable goal. In most rural areas, public schools stop at the 6th or 9th grade. Continuing beyond that requires moving to the city, an option that is out of reach for families like Nancy's who struggle just to make ends meet. The result is predictable. The 2022 Liberia population and housing census show why 40.7% of students attend school in urban areas. Only 27.2% do so in rural communities. The dropout rate is higher in rural areas, 15.6% than in urban areas, 13%. For girls, the situation is even more dire. Those who leave school early often face the dual burden of early parenthood and a lifetime of limited prospects. Jerome Pedersen, principal of Atherton Public School, has watched this cycle unfold year after year. It pains me when I see my kids that have passed through the walls of Atherton Public School just languishing around, riding bikes or working on sugarcane farms. He said his frustration evident. Mr. Pedersen sits in his office on the same campus preparing for another graduation for the academic year. Most of my students after graduation engage in coal burning, sugarcane farming, or motorbike riding. That is their livelihood right after graduation because their parents do not have the means of sending them to Monrovia. All right, I think we can stop here and then we take more stories. I think we're having some issues with Facebook, right? What are they saying there? Okay, so okay, United Methodist Church. This is another story. United Methodist Church Liberia accuses Bishop Samuel Choir.
But I hope I hope Chris is listening so he can help us sort it out from there.
Okay.
Chris, just look at it for us. We're having some issues here.
Yeah, I think it's been like that for days now. Yeah. But let's get to this tourist. United Methodist Church Liberia accuses Bishop Samuel Choir of taking bribe to support same-sex marriage. Bishop Choir remains silent, putting money before faith. The church in Ivory Coast left the United Methodist Church. The church in Nigeria disaffiliated. And in West Africa, we are only 4 conferences: Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Sierra Leone, and Liberia. 2 have left. We've got only 2 standing. Sierra Leone does not have a bishop now, so we do not know what they are contemplating doing. Our bishop here in Liberia, and he is not giving us the new way on how to handle this matter. And so it would lead anyone how to decide the way they want to decide. But I know very well from my working and understanding of the church, the issue of passing regionalization plans comes with fantasies. And of course, the general church has given money to perpetual regionalization and accept homosexuality within the United Methodist Church. L. Orlando Boys, Secretary, United Methodist Church, Liberia Annual Conference. So the church is accusing the bishop of collecting money to pass same-sex marriage in the Methodist Church. Bishop Samuel Choir. The United Methodist Church in Liberia has accused Bishop Samuel Jerome Choir of taking the use sum of money from the Global Church during the 2024 General Conference that was held in Charlotte, North Carolina, USA, to perpetuate regionalization and accept homosexuality within the United Methodist Church in Liberia. Since the acceptance of the same-sex marriage by the General Conference in the United States, the bishop of the Liberia Annual Conference of the United Methodist Church has come under criticism from church members over his refusal to call for a special session and allow members of the church determine the way forward for the church in Liberia. The delegates from the United Methodist Church's General Conference in Charlotte, North Carolina, from April 23 to May 3, 2024, voted 692-51 to repeal the church's long-standing ban on LGBTQ clergy, marking a significant shift in church policy, Front Page Africa gathered. Bishop Choir was contacted by Front Page Africa via calls and text messages, but could not be reached to respond to allegations from the UMC Liberia Annual Conference up to press time. However, back in May of 2024, soon after the conference in the U.S., Bishop Choir reaffirmed the church in Liberia remains committed to traditional Christians' teaching on homosexuality. Whether regionalization is ratified or not, the Liberia Annual Conference of the United Methodist Church would not conduct any wedding or ordinations of self-abhorred practicing homosexuals, said Bishop Choir. Despite the bishop's position, members of the Liberia Annual Conference said they want a special session to discuss the future of the Methodist Church in Liberia. Bishop Choir, however, has been reportedly reluctant to convene such a meeting. Speaking to journalists in Monrovia over the weekend, the secretary of the Liberia Annual Conference of the United Methodist Church, L. Orlando Boys, said the refusal of Bishop Choir to call for a special session for the members of the church to decide the resolution from the General Conferences shows that Bishop Choir has been financially induced by the global church. Secretary Boyce added, and some of our African bishops openly told us the money that the general church is giving to the annual conferences in terms of salaries and benefits is not something they are going to leave. So, a lot of them put money before the faith or their faith. It is not something that is hiding. I sat on the finance committee. I know how much our bishop makes. I know what the retirement benefits are. The secretary of UMC Liberia Annual Conference added, "This is not in our church budget. Where is the money coming from for the bishop to be moving up and down with his team?" Of course, the general church is supporting him to do it. It is no secret. They have openly said it. Liberia, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, and Sierra Leone are the 4 annual conferences in West Africa. Upon the same-sex marriage acceptance, the church in Ivory Coast and Nigeria left the United Methodist Church. According to Boyce, Sierra Leone and Liberia are the 2 countries that still associate themselves with the global church. Sierra Leone now does not have a bishop, so we do not know what they are contemplating doing. Our bishop is here, and he is not giving us the new way on how to handle this matter. And so it will lead anyone how to decide the way they want to decide. But I know very well from my working and understanding of the church, the issue of passing regionalization plan comes with finances. And of course, the general church has given money to perpetual regionalization and accept homosexuality within our church, Mr. Boyce said. And that's all the stories we can bring you this morning from the front page Africa newspaper. Let's run to Esther to bring us the Daily Observer.
Right. This
Did I say
morning,
Daily Observer? The Inquirer
Inquirer.
newspaper.
Right, this morning I have the Inquirer newspaper on my desk, and let's look at the top story. It says they will pay. Councillor Scott sues perpetrators to God, buries Chalu. They will pay. I say they will pay. Oh yes, they will pay. Councillor Gloria Musu Scott screamed amidst uncontrollable tears from other relatives and members of the audience. At long last, the remains of Chalo Musu, a niece of Councillor Scott, was laid to rest after spending 1 year and 7 months in the St. Moses mortuary. Paying her tribute at the Christ Embassy City of Light Church in Brewerville on Saturday, September 28, 2024, former Chief Justice Scott asked God to expose and punish the killers of her niece Chalu. Justice Scott tearfully bade farewell to her brilliant and industrial niece and prayed that God takes care of the perpetrators, the benefactors, and anyone who deliberately, intentionally conspired, concocted, and profited from the innocent blood of Chalu. Councillor Scott, delivering a powerful tribute to her niece Chalu during her funeral service over the weekend, vowed to ensure justice for her niece and that all those connected to her death be made to pay for their crimes. In her eulogy, Councillor Scott spoke with a mix of grief and determination, reflecting on the life of her niece and the circumstances surrounding her untimely death. Lamenting Chalu was a light in our lives, a beautiful soul who brought joy to everyone she met. Her laughter, her kindness, and her dreams will forever be each in our hearts. She grieved with her voice trembling with emotion. Councillor Scott also recounted a share with Chalu, emphasizing the bond they had. We had plans for the future, her graduation, and dreams that we were building together to have that taken away. In a completion of the story is on page 4 of this paper. Let's run there quickly. Such a violent minor is a pain that none of us, her family members, should have ever to endure. But I say today, they will pay. You will pay for this pain caused us. It is painful and we cannot be happy. They used their kangaroo trial to divide us, and while we were in tears, they were rejoicing. They planned to keep me in jail, but those who did this will pay, except there is no God, she lamented. wiping away tears as she spoke, Councillor Scott Fowler wept. God will not let this go unpunished. This evil act has to stop in our country because you are in power and you just violate people's right has to stop. So I am standing here today and urging or arguing you, my daughter, that anybody who ate LD5 over your innocent blood will pay. They don't know what they have touched. You think this is what you are, looking at us like chickens and thinking we are nothing? It will stop. Oh God is God, and you will count. You can be able to manipulate your man-made system in the name of politics to violate people's rights just because you are in authority, but you cannot manipulate God's system, so you will pay, she asserted. Councillor Scott added, after all your struggle going to school and this is how it ends, rest my daughter. Sorry, my daughter, you were indeed a fighter. Sorry, Mama, but I promise you that justice will be served. She called for a national reawakening that will put an end to the culture of impunity, conspiracy, and deliberate and politically inspired neglect of duties and responsibility by state actors. The occasion was marked by an outpouring grief and resonating commitments from Councillor Scott and sympathizers seeking justice for Chalu. Among the sympathizers, Councillor Francis Johnson Allison, also a former Chief Justice, acknowledged that legal victory does not give or bring back life. Nothing that the family will live with the pain of the loss of their loved ones. Justice Allison, one of the senior counselors who represented Justice Gloria Musu Scott and family members during their trial at the lower court, as well as during the appeal hearing before the Supreme Court, urged the bereaved to take courage in God, who is the giver and taker of life and the greatest of all healers. We will leave you right here. You can grab a copy to read that in depth. Let's see more stories here. For erroneous reporting, George Mappy Morgan descends on FBA. That is the front page Africa. The Chief Justice of the Commercial Court, Eva Mappy Morgan, is demanding apologies, retraction, and correction for what she termed as numerous reporting erroneous reporting by Front Page Africa. Councillor Aloysius T. Japard of the A.T. Japard and Associates Incorporated, acting on behalf of George Mappy Morgan, contended that in the realm of journalism, accuracy is paramount and public trust hinges on the integrity of information disseminated through reputable news outlets. But unfortunately, an article published in the Front Page Africa, page 10, has a completion. In the Front Page Africa, September 18, 2024, titled Liberia Leave the Poor Pathologist Alone and Blame It on Old Age Systematic Failure, failed to meet the required standard in its coverage of Chief Judge Eva Mappy Morgan's professional record. According to Councillor Japard, the article in question erroneously reported that Judge Eva Mappy Morgan was suspended for 1 year without pay by the Judiciary Inquiry Commission due to judicial misconduct, a claim that is categorically false and contradicts the final judgment of the Supreme Court, which explicitly exonerated Judge Mappy Morgan from all accusations of judicial misconduct. Councillor Japard further asserted that it is essential to clarify that the Judicial Inquiry Commission's recommendation is not final until it is reviewed and approved by the Supreme Court of Liberia, and that in this case, the Supreme Court's judgment, which was rendered before Front Page Africa's publication, found that Judge Mappy Morgan did not violate any judicial canons, statutes, or the act establishing the Commercial Code of Liberia. Further, the Supreme Court concluded that Judge Mappy Morgan should not face any reprimand directly contradicting the misrepresentation of Front Page Africa's report. The Supreme Court has clarified by Councillor Japard held that it is the holding of this court that the Chief Judge Eva Mappy Morgan did not transgress the judicial canons, statute, or the acts that created the Commercial Code of Liberia, hence should not be reprimanded as recommended by the Judicial Inquiry Commission. This judgment, according to Councillor Japart, is clear, ambiguous, and directly refutes the claims made in the newspaper's article, which, by inaccurately reporting that Josh Mabe Morgan was suspended, has not only failed in his journalistic duty, but has also caused significant harm to the judge's reputation. In highlighting the impact of erroneous report, Councillor Chape emphasized that the consequences of this false reporting extends beyond personal reputational harm, noting that when prominent judicial figures such as Chief Judge Mape Morgan are wrongfully accused of misconduct, it undermines public confidence in the judiciary as a whole, which is particularly dangerous in a country like Liberia, where the judiciary plays a critical role in upholding the rule of law and ensuring justice for all citizens, and that the inaccurate portrayal of Judge Mape Morgan as a figure engaged in unethical behavior risks damaging the credibility of the entire judicial system, eroding the public trust and its independence and integrity. Let's leave you there and look at more stories this morning from the Inquirer newspaper. Back to the front page. Next story here we have this morning: students protest over WAS's decision in Banga, but police in Banga have tear gas angry students in the county over the government's decision to cancel graduation and Thanksgiving services for students who didn't pass the WAS examination. On Sunday morning, aggrieved outgoing senior students took the streets of Banga to protest over the government's decision regarding the cancellation of Thanksgiving services for them as students in the country. The angry students alleged that they were usually informed that since they didn't, completion is on right here, page 10, that they didn't They didn't pass the two major subjects, mathematics and English, in the WAS examination. They were not allowed to host graduation, but not Thanksgiving service. But to their utmost surprise, the Ministry of Education, through the Bond County school system, took the decision late evening of September 28, 2024, through radio announcements to cancel the Thanksgiving services, adding that Dolokan Welfare High School senior students should have hosted their program on September 29, 2024, especially where their parents transported themselves to attend the program. The disenchanted students alleged that several other schools in the county, including Sumo Moi Memorial Institute High School, which is owned by Senator Prince K. Moi, hosted a Thanksgiving service and presented diplomas to the students. The students of various high schools in Bond County didn't pass the mathematics and English in the WAS examination except the Alexandria A. Andrew Academy High School, commonly known as the Triple A Academy, where 4 students passed this year's WAC examination in the county. Well, let's leave it right here. And I don't know what the issue was with them. Why would the entire county, everybody say math English?
No.
No left.
They're not era. The people on that side, the English Benin and Ande.
Well,
The last speaking your dialect.
so our final story on the front page of the Inquirer: on World Tourism Day, ballot wants historic sites identified. At the back page of this paper, Chinese embassy celebrates 75th anniversary. And finally, for the back page of the Inquirer newspaper, Minister Giddens update Liberians on road infrastructure development. I think we are running out of time, but let's just take 2 or 3 paragraphs. The Minister of Public Works, Roland Giddens, because I think we're interested in public works. The Minister of Public Works, Roland Giddens, has highlighted the significant progress made under the government's ambitious 100-day road project aimed at improving the nation's road network, particularly in areas long plagued by poor road conditions and isolation during the rainy season. Speaking at the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism regular press briefing, the minister disclosed that the 100 Days initiative launched by President Joseph Boakai in February focused on rehabilitating 786 kilometers of unpaved roads, primarily targeting regions like the southeast, northwest, and central Liberia. The project was designed to keep roads pliable even during the rainy season. We are seeing progress with roads now accessible in many areas where connectivity was previously cut off. He said Giddens provided a detailed breakdown of various road corridors under rehabilitation. For instance, the road from Gbapulu to Bopolu is now drivable despite minor challenges which contractors still working in certain sessions. He acknowledged that while some roads leading to Tapata and to Vonjama are difficult to apply due to heavy rains, efforts are underway to address these problems. He expressed satisfaction with the improvement in travel times and the reduced cost of goods in areas like Vonjama and Foya, where roads are now safer and more accessible. With that, let's leave it here, and I think it goes back to you because I think we don't
Okay.
have much time.
All right, Esther, thank you very much. Let's recap for you quickly, and then we'll take our break. Yeah, from our man uh, Liu, and then we can take our talking points from there. So this morning we started with the front page Africa, and these are stories we brought to you. The next 50, Speaker Fonati Kofa rallies diaspora Liberians to take lead in strengthening Liberia's economy. All right. And another story says they will pay Charlo Moses finally laid to rest amidst calls to find killers. And then mismanagement and potential fraud. Land Authority Chairman Monubai accused of unilateral leasing 40 acres Hotel Africa land to beer factories owner Oniyama. This is very very interesting story. And another story here says crisis in rural education continues to end children's dreams. The learning gap. Most of my students after graduation engage in coal burning, sugarcane farming, or motorbike riding. That is their livelihood right after graduation because their parents do not have the means of sending them to Morovia. Jerome Pedersen, principal, Atherton Public School. And then United Methodist Church Liberia accuses Bishop Samuel Choir of taking bribe to support same-sex marriage. And the bishop remains silent, putting money before faith. All right, that's it. The Inquirer newspaper, they will pay Councillor Scott sues perpetrators to God and buries Chalo. And another story says for erroneous reporting, George Mappy Morgan descends on front page Africa. And then another story here says students protest over WAC's decision in Banga, but. And then lastly, on World Tourism Day, ballot wants historic sites identified. And to the back page of the Inquirer newspaper, Chinese embassy celebrates 75th anniversary. And then lastly, Minister Giddens updates Liberians on road infrastructure development. And those are all the stories we brought you this morning. Let's go and take our break, get word from our sponsor, and come back. We will be
Right.
hearing from Ali.
And we saw Sarah Windell. We are not on Facebook still.
Yeah, we having some issues with Facebook this morning.
Right, but
So
keep playing. The Freedom Cash giveaway is open. When I get back from this break, of course, we'll start to do our draw. Star 799 hash is $100 to play, and you walk away with $5,000. And I'll be doing the cash. Okay, so go ahead.
okay. So that's it. Keep playing the Freedom Cash giveaway. Esther will be at 12:30. She's going to be alone then to pay out to you 5,000 Liberian dollars, right?
Mhm.
All right. So let's take our break and be back.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion, jump until the break of dawn. Exodus is for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Garland Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Easy, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, some going to plenty pop. Put it to each chicken. We are living since in hot.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Morocco.
Hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-side justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we have seen in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Simon.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Morocco. We want peace in Liberia.
Are you in search of a place you can get quality petroleum products? Well, I got news for you. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated is the company to meet all your petroleum needs. We are one of Liberia's leading importers and distributor of petroleum products on the Liberian market. We are fully capacitated to deliver your petroleum and diesel products anywhere in Liberia. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated, we do rental of dump trucks, tanker trucks, heavy equipment, D8, front loader, excavator. Our clearing and forwarding agency is fast, reliable, and can deliver your goods on time. Mayoba and Sons have improved the quality of reconstituted distributions and importation by financial institutions empowerment. Our head offices are located at the Garnersville Town Hall Junction on Barnesville Road and Freeport Sigma Compound on the Bourgeois Island. For more information, call us on cell numbers 0886 512-379, 0777-512-379, or 0777-255-0330, or email us Mayoba, MAYOUBAHS @yahoo.com. Or visit our website www.mayobaliberia.com. Our mission is to keep petroleum on the Liberian market stable, effective, and efficient. Our vision is that our presence be felt in the 15 counties with outstanding commitment. Mayoba and Sons, Liberia's pride.
All right, folks, welcome back. Let's send controls now to Aliyu Masale there in Baltimore, USA. Aliyu, let's hear from you.
Yes, thank you, Dad. Thank you to Esther also for the reading. Yeah, I follow all the story you guys read this morning. Yes, the first thing I tell God, thank you. The late Charlotte Musu, may her soul rest in peace. She has been put to rest. And as of her auntie said, you see, the problem about death, no sins go unpunished. And when it comes to human being business, no matter what you do, once that person's blood is on your hand, one day you will be exposed. And as she continued to say, it's not going to go free, no problem, because we're expecting her to take the issue now to court to see how they can find the perpetrator, the person who entered our house. She looked them in their face and pepper sprayed them, and still that person went away. But since she leaving it to God today, yes, we all will leave it to God. But the problem there, she shouldn't try to politicize the whole thing. Okay, you guys know because they felt they were in power, so they can abuse other people's rights. So why she trying to say that, oh yeah, because the sedition or CDC government were in power, that why they decided to put her in prison, we are carrying on investigation. This is the reason why you see when she was set free, or people were jubilating all over the officials of government, because that's how they think that this thing was done, and the CDC government decided to put her in prison because they were in power, which of course she was innocent to what happened. But as she said, we pray, we give it to God. You see, everything is in God's hand. The person who did that, God will expose that person one day. So everything is in God's hand. But she shouldn't try to politicize the whole thing. Oh yes, other people felt they were in power, so they could abuse people, right? That's not fair. And when it comes to Rodan Giddens, we'll continue to say this over and over. Rodan Giddens was running on all the platform in the player. You go to Class Reloaded, he there. You go to Closing Argument, he there. You go to Smooth Network, he there. That during President Weah administration, the public web minister knew nothing about engineering. He was novice, and they only put in there the eating money. Then today you telling me all of these things, oh, the heavy downpour of rain, the road conditions and things. Where is the money now? It's because you telling we the Liberian people there is nothing you can do till after the rainy season. So where is the 22 million they gave you? What did you do with it? The last time you said you used 8 million of the money, where is the balance one? Are you telling us that, oh yes, the 22 million, I will bring it back? Then you say, because nothing you did. You people keep talking about Eastern Road, this other road. Where is Central Monrovia before you leave from Doualana to get to Broad Street at almost 2-hour business there? You people not even discussing about the city, Monserrado, where in Monrovia there. You're not even discussing that whole day you want to be talking about the roads there in the rural area. And all those things you say, people are still struggling. To even leave from Monrovia today to go Bapolu, people are struggling. You see, but this government, they lie, they came to power, and they continue to lie every day. Every day they continue to lie. The roads are damaged everywhere. Right in Central Monrovia, where you Giddens you are today, see how people are struggling. If you want to go to Monrovia now, you want to be to your offices and things, you have to wake up early in the morning. Maybe 5:30 and things, you start hitting the road to go, because when you stay over there up to 6 o'clock, 6:30, now forget it. Maybe you will be reaching Broad Street almost 8:30 to 9 o'clock. And you people not talking about that. You only talking about Bapolu Road and things. Even the Southeastern, you talking about, I saw on Facebook the way the road cut to Tapeta and see that place where people were showing it all on Facebook. You see, so this thing, I don't really know the rescue, the government came to rescue, what become of the money. Giddens, you are just talking all around here and you are a clown to what you've been talking about. You know nothing. You work in any government to that same public web ministry. You run all the propaganda and lies today. They made you public web minister. You nothing. So those people can just go to say things because everybody want government position. Now they are giving you the position, nothing you get to show. And you then telling people say, oh, the other road going to Bapolu now is pliable, even though there are challenges. We don't want to hear about challenges. You people promised us in 100 days there were no cars going to get stuck in mud. But today, these roads are horrible than ever before. When you talk, they say, oh yes, this is why we met there and we're trying to face things. Nothing you're trying to face. And when you come to this same-sex marriage thing or about this bishop, Methodist bishop thing, look, those people, they have to stop this thing. If you want to do your same-sex marriage thing, you want to hold money from people, just do it right in America here, but don't carry it in Liberia. I think our country has reached that far for this kind of thing. We are nowhere. Our country see drugs killing people every day. People are dying from drugs. When you see some of these videos, how horrible they are, and you want to tell your same-sex marriage thing from on the side and carry it to Africa in our poor country, no. Hold your money, you join your people, you do your thing right here. But don't carry it in our country, Liberia. We are not yet ready for that. When you try to say, oh yeah, during President Weah time, they signed it. Where President Weah signed same-sex marriage that we didn't see. There is no evidence. But that's why the same lies they use during the election time. Oh yeah, President Weah came and signed same-sex marriage, all kinds of things. They lie on that. And these are things they use to get election, to get to power today, because they say, oh yeah, you're sitting down there, President Weah, now finish signing, gay marriage seems a man, woman, and woman, but there is no evidence to show. So if you want to do your thing, please do it right in Liberia, but don't carry in. You do it in America, don't carry in Liberia. Before you go over there, you start damaging our brothers and sisters there, because those people, they are the richest in the world. They gay, they lesbian, they get money, so they can put it into anything. Before you start living for you going in Liberia, you start using money to spoil our brothers and sisters. For me, the country we in, we can't speak against it. It is people right. You see the election that going on now, the campaign, that one of the things that some people, when you see they supporting Democrat today, we the Democrats, some people, yes, that's why they won. Astaghfirullah subhanallah, I should be proud to get my friend man will be walking in the street. Nobody will look at us, nobody get time for us. Woman should be proud to walk with her friend woman openly. These are things some people say, oh yeah, because of this, I will support Democrat. There are some people, because of this, I'm not going to support Democrat with all of their Google plan, but I will not support them because of this. And some people say, me that the thing I will go there so that at least we can be proud to walk in the street. You see? So if you want to do it, just join the people on the side, but don't carry Liberia. I think we have reached that far for that. So that's just my own output there this morning.
Thank you very much, Leo. And for me, my attention is drawn to this issue involving the Liberia Land Authority and this businessman called Oninyama. All right, we read from the Front Page Africa newspaper this morning that the Hotel Africa, the conference center area, let me be precise, where the conference center is located at the back, was leased to this businessman called Oninyama, who owns this company called, let me get the company name, right? Estela, please share with me in the front page. Let me get this company name. All right, here is it. The name of the company is called, okay, let me get to it. Oh, this paper. Okay, what is the name of the company is here? Give me a few seconds. So I'm trying to get this company name. Okay, it's called the Sea View Golf Course. All right, the Sea View Golf Course leased the government property for 90 years. 90 years. Lease the government property for 90 years. And according to what we read, the head of the Liberia Land Authority is the only person that negotiated with this businessman, Oninyama. There was not professional bidding process carried out. All right, they just went, arranged, my man, I want the place, and I want to develop the place.
Right.
So according to what we read, Monuba is telling us that Oninyama leased this property, the Sea View Golf Course, leased this property for 90 years without paying a dime. And Front Page Africa is also telling us that from their own investigation, $150,000 was paid to the head of the Liberia Land Authority, Monuba. But Monuba is tight-lipped on this issue. So you're giving government property, Liberian people property, or to a businessman because he told you he wants to develop the place. So you gave him the place for 90 years. I don't know. I'm not a legal person. But I don't know whether it's possible to lease a place to somebody without paying a dime. I'm not a legal person, so I can speak to that. But Monuba is telling us that they gave the property to Oninyama for 90 years because Oninyama said he wants to develop the property. So just go and take it. Just that. Like own property now. Like somebody kind of you the country property, Liberia property. Somebody just jump up because you in one position, you had a land authority. So you get a government property to a single individual for 90 years without paying a dime. And there was no professional bidding process carried out.
If you ask me, I'll tell you the Oniyama guy can be kicked out anytime because first of all, the guy who did it is not in authority. He should not be the one doing that. It is not his place to do it in the first place. You cannot a country's property after 90 years when they're without anything. The country is not going to benefit anything. What is the guy actually doing with the land? What is he doing? Is he really carry on the kind of development with?
So, and you heard about the Oniyama Beach, all right? They got pool and all the things there.
I've not been there.
Okay, so
when they're how is it contributing to government?
So
how is it
this man is making money. Oniyama is making money at this place, and it doesn't go into government coffers. The money he makes there, it goes to him. Yeah. So what is the government benefiting?
Even though he's paying tax?
Yeah. The first thing, forget about the taxes. When you open a business in a country, you have to pay taxes.
Of course.
That one are the law. But the property, the way the property was acquired, all right? The man who has the Liberia Land Authority, he did not put out any, bidding in the papers to say, look, there's this property we want to lease out, and we put up a bid. Anybody who wants the property, your companies would come and say, look, I want this. But that was just one-to-one discussion.
So it's illegal, that's what I mean.
Exactly. So you're taking the country property. It's more than Firestone said, because Firestone 100 years and you get Oniyama 90 years.
It's almost like people who have squatters' rights on government properties when they're the day government ready for their property, they take you from there.
Yeah.
So same as that place.
Yeah.
When government ready for their property, go and take it. Simple as
that. But I am saying the thing here is this negotiation is criminal.
Of course it is.
It's criminal. This is something that you did not go through the PFM law. That's a violation. The PPCC Act, that's a violation, because there was no bidding process, carried out. That just one-to-one discussion they had, and he decided to give the place to Oniyama for 90 years. Can you imagine?
As if he's the powerful, like, bro.
Yeah, the man come to you, man. Okay, you say you get a man a property, my man. Don't pay $5 to all. Just go and take the property. Say you say you want to develop it. So my thing here is, what is the government of Liberia benefiting from that property or that 90-year lease? Because Oniyama is generating a lot of money for that place for himself. It's not coming into government coffers.
Right.
So the thing is, you're taking the country property to give it to a businessman without the acquiescence of the requisite authorities. This is criminal, and I hope those in authorities are listening. It is criminal to give all government property to a single individual for 90 years without a bidding process. This is what Monuba did at the Liberia Land Authority. I don't know whether he's still serving that position, because we have to reach out to him to get his side of the story. But we are just quoting from what the paper reported. So if they're taking anybody to tax, Front Page Africa will be the one to take to task, because Front Page Africa investigation have gathered that $150,000 was put on the table to Monuba. Monuba, this is the money for you. Thank you for giving us this place for 90 years. We'll do what we want to do there and make our money. So on government property now, what the government is benefiting from that business? What is the Liberian government benefiting from a lease agreement that was given to a businessman, Oniyama, for 90 years? What is the government of Liberia benefiting, my people? Let's go to the phone lines. Let's hear from you. Right. Let's go to the phone lines. Let's take your calls on a couple of issues raised. Ali, you brought another story, and this story I'm talking about the Liberia Land Authority head giving out the government property to businessman Oninyama to run for 90 years without paying a dime into government coffers. So let's hear from you. Let's go to the phone lines. Call us on 0776 104 104 086 500 104. And the female line is 0770 297 016. The WhatsApp line for those of you outside Liberia is +231 886 500 104. But before we take our first call, we want to do a pre-birthday shout for the former president of Liberia, Dr. George Manneh Weah. Will be celebrating his 58th birth anniversary on tomorrow. And I want to say happy pre-birthday to you. And my darling wife will also be celebrating hers on the 7th. It's going to be on Sunday. So happy pre-birthday to Dr. George Manneh Weah, and happy pre-birthday to Mrs. Wendell Nimne. So our lines are open now. We can start to take your calls. Let's take our first caller here this afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Wendell. I'm Romeo, Joe calling from Dallas County.
Go ahead, Romeo. Let's hear you.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I've been following you when it comes to the issue of Gloria Musu's card. God don't let things go free because that's human blood we are talking about. And like your colleague said in the States, it was good that she could have done a follow-up and say, let us re-investigate this case and see. But then let's look at the issue of Yaman. Liberia is like a whale that every man can just come and push out their own piece. That's what this government is all about. From our own understanding of the lease agreement, it comes into form. The government arrange with you to give you a property that you be something coming from income up front. Nothing at all. We should value the investment that you are about to carry on. Maybe in 50 years, in 35 years, then you turn over the property back to government because you did not pay a cent. You did that investment, generate your money, and then be finished. But having someone to lease a property for 90 years without getting a cent, no one knowing the entirety of this agreement, this government will drag Liberians into the slum and to get from there would be an easy tax, brother. That's my own service thing.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your contribution. Let's take this person. Let's take you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, we know.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm Jackson Weller from Broadville.
Go ahead, Jackson. Let's hear you.
Yeah, you know, I listened to your friend from the state there. You're talking about the problem where Minister Gidi said the road Babulu is fine. He's a big liar. When you see the road, I guess when you see the road, you'll never believe it. Without even use money on that road. People saw the time of the rainy season. They started to say, go see truck in our mud. I was going there with truck, the feet that was sticking on the pole here that will stick there for some time. For the evening, the next day, before another truck will come haul us up.
Wow.
Can you imagine somebody doing those things? Then you are lying to the people of Europe. They don't even go there. They just sit aside to criticize their friend. You're not going from place to place. Nothing you are saying about the thing that you say you can do it. And when people ask them now that the thing was false, they say, they happy to be happy between one man and myself. I say, you people are the blind people. You can see, you can only hear. Can you imagine? You sit by, you say somebody facing it. When you are sitting on the stadium, sitting on the field, looking at it, you know where the DK were, and say you get there before you start seeing the DK. You see that? So when you come to Gloria Mususka, you know, so that I can sit down, I told somebody, I said, if I was going to be the president, except my head was going to take for that executive mansion, but I was not going to step down on such a thing because people are things that affecting everybody in this country. Something will affect you. Look at what the prophet said from Nigeria. It did not mean that someone did not mean that, but bro, we're going through that particular punishment for somebody's business that will be age going against us. So these are the things I was talking about. If I want to have who will be president in this country, talk about corruption. You sign the form when any corruption go against you. definitely I'm not going to investigate to the court. You got to quote them. You may do something that you bribe them. They just say, "Oh, leave it there." Prosperity. Myself will police, so you will be there until when your friends is out to corruption. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's go to the female line and take this person.
Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Yunus. Good afternoon to the panelists in the U.S. My name is Bindu Gamara, and I call from my place of work.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Let's hear you, Bindu.
Mr. Yunus, when you people are reading, I think that it was Esther, when it comes to the former chief justice, you in our house, there was no breakthrough. In the chief justice, but at this time, I'm thinking that she called it as the party to be brought to justice. And the case is she will be prosecuted one day for the crime that she and her people committed. Because we all attended the court, we saw the guilty Friday, we all read it was in newspaper. So there was no one that penetrated. For one day, for government will not be in power today to refuse that the power to put her up, that she making more and bury her. So if you want to say you can keep the body, keep the body until the record justice country, you go through the primary, they need the body to do it, to check on it, to see whether there was a fact, but why rush to bury the body? You feel that you want justice for Charles Musu, but you are a mother, you will pay the price. You pay 100 years, your children will pay the price. Because it's very painful to see what she did to that innocent child. She and her people, for people who help her to execute that amendment and looking and putting the place on another innocent person. She will pay for the price. When it comes to the road issue with the union, you have complete on your platform and so you on the air. So they say, okay, you stay complete on the thing. They got nothing to prove. They people got nothing to show. These are criminals that keep the power to enrich themselves until they can get all the power. But these are things that people use. Everybody spoke on the team. Getting the common people again. Even the public that they're going to go with him to serve within the position and to stay in there. Well, see, our country, everything, our country is going from far from west, they're going to supply on the west, they're going to good, they're going to buy upgrade, everything. You see, the men we are created, your the people that rent prayer against him. The men have set principle more than you. That the thing that you had for the 2-year experience. And that's the thing we should start showing to start putting old people in the power. And tomorrow, they will accept the old people like I always tell them, and someone they will in the committee that's not always here. Because they all participate nothing to the country but disgrace. Every trade they go on there, you see how much taxpayer money and bringing back. The common man went on trade, he brought it back, the small money can get on him, he only has to keep it to his family, they keep it. But tomorrow, they will wait after that children on the children tomorrow. Thank you for your phone, Mr.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's keep the calls coming in. Let's go back to the phone lines and take you this person. Hello?
Yeah. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, this is Edward Carr, and let me say hi to Esther and to Adil in the US there. You see, my brother, the country is an interesting country. Because what I expected, because the last time, mind you, when they were giving her for compassionate leave, what we all talk about here, where Ministry of Information visited her, she said this murder will come to light, this one murder will come to face justice. Then how come now she is not set free by her government and she is not reopening the case? So what I was thinking about that when this renowned lawyer come up, she was going to make sure and open the case so that we can see and really see the murder that entered our house where there was no intruder. This murder that Mara said that she look in the eye, back and spray the eye, next she run away from the house. You have her there with 3 other sisters. Nobody was able to tell her anything that happened in the house. You should have really opened the case and tell us what went wrong. But one thing I know, that little girl, her blood is crying up there to God. She will face it, and she already gone. are now voting dead because the guy was the best engineer in this country and doing better than we have done. He jumped up under the radio station to quit his side. Here we are. Oh, they want to tell me Guineans, they didn't know that here in Liberia before we have 6 more rainy season, 6 more dry season, and because of the climatic change now, they are not happy anymore. Sometimes you only got 4 to 5 more functions. And between there, every time it's ring. Is it, you know, all of the kitchen there, like that he has laid in the country, you didn't know that rainy season time, you don't feel wrong. That he will take our money and waste it, then come back to say here, no, he's not apologizing to us. He's apologizing to the people, those that support them. So, as I drop the line, let me say happy 3rd birthday to my black president. President, we will love you, we stand by you, and we'll always be there once you are there for that. The people will pray that God will guide you and your family to come together heart for the last trip. When you guys put it out for this country and for this city, God will protect you, God will guide. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Edmund. Let's take this person. Let's take you. We will soon be out of here. So let me squeeze this person in. Hello.
How you doing,
I'm fine. Welcome to the show. Let's hear your name and where you're calling from. Welcome to the show, Patoba.
Thank you. What is I want to speak about is those people that wanted to go to Global or United Methodist, they will go. You will not rely on our bishop. Please, when Bishop came from the conference, he tore from churches to churches. He lived in Bokondre. He made part of this republic that the Liberia annual conference will not accept gay marriage. This is our decision we want. So those other people that wanted to plead gay to go to Global United Methodist, they don't go for the Malaspa officials. Thank you, may God bless you.
Okay, let's take you this person. Hello.
Morning, Brandon.
Morning. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. My name is Alonso.
Go ahead.
Okay, Brandon, for me, I have nothing much to contribute to this show because these are things that we saw coming from time immemorial with the people of Liberia not to vote in this party. But it's just a majority are claiming the gay. But there is something I want you to do for me, please. I don't think I will be necessary on the radio if you can give me more behind the scene.
Then what you do, you just call me on the same number right after the show, okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So let's take Masisi. Let's take Masisi on this line. Masisi, welcome to the show.
Welcome, my son. You know how you doing, Papa?
I'm all right.
We say hi to Esther.
Hi, Masisi.
And to the panelists, my twins, brother also. When they are there, say my greetings to them. Maybe they're not hearing me clear. People attack me when they're. Yeah, when they're thank you for the show. You and Esther, you took your red just now, but therefore you choose 11 o'clock. And I want to speak on the basic Kiri Kopeko and Mr. Kiri. One thing that people said is very sorry for wasting our money in the debt. You should tell it, very sorry. Because you saw the country money and he lied to the public that they were completed a lot more from I know Grand Jide comfortable. You can wear one purple suit and go to Grand Jide for the side in 2 hours time. In 2 hours time, then you come back to tell people say you're very sorry for wasting money in the debt. But I'm not blaming you, Mr. Kiri. Go ahead and do what you want to do. Now your time, not in the way you want to eat. Your time will finish and they will judge you tomorrow. And to the issue of them, Chado Musu came my son with them. That woman, she's an old sitting lawyer and judge. She worked for the country for so many years. I think 72 years or 70 years whatsoever. She knows the law. They want personally to jail for common door. She put jail for common door. You getting me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can't tell your child and tell somebody that you're not the one. I don't know, enter your house with them, enter my house, I'm asking into my house to kill my child in this country. They are highly honorable. They are still they get to the hospital because they my hand. They will in the hall, you know, telling her, you know, who can it down. All of us telling us that you part of it, and today you can't prove all wrong. And we say, thanks to the past of us, we stood our ground, we protested today, we covered through that, and we went to the case, and they get out of justice. But today, the other guy say they will she will go set free. She can't do anything. You can imagine that woman, they get money looking for the funeral. Oh, brother, yeah. What a wife after she said, do for her daughter. And what they did to the leg, and they see the brother, what they did here, and said so. He see they will be free tomorrow. Anything they do to that leg, and they see they will go free. They will not go free. They want to win one castle, one shoe, one year, woman. One bra, over today. They say, I want money, and they join themselves. And they think everything is wrong in the country like that people. And we'll say that they not get ear to ear. You better continue to see. But tell them to mother that red horse with for again. You will pay for this in that set. They will pay for what they get to have again. That will go and rest. See all that year spent last year also later they bury again. That castle will not open without you reach. If you know what I say. That castle open for us see the body. What happened to two get no? I didn't let you for us looking there open the castle. Everything was freedom. You getting me? You see for nothing. And we're not for nothing. That money will not for the free. We will for 1 year. Go ahead to the plan again. Instead of with it, so you will hold the free rock. But let's go for the blessing. Let's go garden. But in the end, they will bless it. They will confess. They will do that who blood and eat that who pay for the die. Thank you.
Thank you. And we're not taking any more calls because of time. Tomorrow we're going to deal with this Hotel Africa issue exclusively, and it's very important that we speak to it. This 90 years lease that was given to businessman Onyama by the head of the Liberia Land Authority without paying a dime, out of competitive or bidding process. We're going to delve into that tomorrow. So we will leave it here. And tomorrow, nothing else we're going to discuss but the Hotel Africa Conference Center issue. So let me go to Aliyu to get his final word, and then we close up.
Okay, Mr. Nimble, thank you. Thank you, Esther. Thanks to all the callers for their input. Yes, we pray for a better Liberia. We pray that God guide and protect our country. Yes, today we are within a wet weather. So God bless America. God bless Liberia. Till we see you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
All right, so that's it. Thanks to all of you for being there. We will be here tomorrow, like we said. Tomorrow we're going to be discussing the Onyama issue exclusively. We will deal with that issue tomorrow. So join us for that talking points on tomorrow. Until then, my name is Wendell Nimna. Esther Daku was here, and we'll say thanks to all of you for being a part of this edition of the program from the Print News.